Alright, well, that sucked. Um, First time I ever cried in therapy. Way to go. Um, and I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest, but in the interest of this whole project, I feel like I would be remiss in not doing so. So, we didn't even get to the painting, the one that I made the other night that she wanted to hang on to so we could talk about. We didn't even get to it. Mainly, we talked about how there's this person in my life who I love and adore and yet abused me. But I never had a doubt that he loved me. So, and I know he does. I just know at the time he was also really fucked up, really high. So there's this weird, like, it's like I have the good version of him and the bad version of him. And how do I deal and recognize and acknowledge and accept that there was this bad version of him that, and regardless of, you know, control, um, that here are the things that he did and um, that ruined me. And yet I have so many other good memories of him. And I know that he loves me. And we don't have the closest relationship, but we do have. It's not bad. It's not a bad relationship, and it's the best I've got when it comes to my family. So, um, how is it that I recognize and acknowledge what he did, and in turn my own pain and confusion over the events, and yet still have him and still love him and still be okay with um, having a relationship with him? Because in my head, I know and see and hear about so many people who are like, this person did this to me and I hate them, but I don't hate the person who hurt me. I actually don't hate any of the people who hurt me. I don't know if that's just my lack of ability to be mad, because that's definitely not an emotion that I recognize. But the one most important person who fucked with me, I love and adore him. And that's not some weird, like, Stockholm syndrome sort of, like, random shit thing, right? That's not what that is. It's, I'm able to recognize that here's this person who is inherently a good person and I've learned a lot from, and who I know for a fact loves me, and when able to has treated me with a lot of respect and a lot of kindness, and has been a good positive influence in my life. Yet there was a period of time where he was so fucked up on drugs that his reality was completely altered, and he did things to me that were not, just straight not nice, that were inappropriate, and that he abused me sexually, and that was not okay. And he did other things to put my life in jeopardy, and that was not okay. And so it's kind of just trying to recognize and deal with those mistakes, and I'd love to just be able to pass them off as mistakes because I've tried to for so long. But that, I'll tell you folks, that doesn't work. I've tried to forget, and I've tried to just be like, you know, it's fine, it's whatever, I forgive you. It and it doesn't work. And I think it hasn't worked up to this point because I never actually addressed the issues. I was just trying to forget about it, continue on. But I don't think it works that way. So, we talked a bit about my mom, which always is a difficult subject. And it's hard for me to understand how I didn't do something wrong and how it was her and her dissatisfaction with herself and her projecting how she felt upon me, and that it wasn't actually anything that I did or said, or and that there's nothing that truly nothing I could have done differently. That's really a difficult concept, not only for me to understand, and I don't believe it. Like, you know, people tell me like, oh, it's not your fault, and then I'm like, okay, yeah. And for whatever reason, I feel like I'm like the unique little snowflake that, like the rules, like here's the exception to the rule, you know, like, oh no, it was my fault, don't worry. I'm fully aware, and it, you know, for whatever reason, I can't like get that out of my head. So I guess that just kind of takes time. But anyway, for now, that's like the Reader's Digest version of the past hour. But I don't know. I'm gonna go home and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna binge and purge, if I'm just gonna lay and watch a movie, or just be in bed. Lenore wants me to just kind of relax and not be punishing. I don't know that I'll be able to do that, but I don't know. I'll give the old college try, or at least for a little while, and then I work tonight, so it'll be nice to just sit and be with the kids and watch a movie, and you know, maybe have my relaxed time then. So, and then I see boyfriend tonight. Woo! So yeah. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Have a good day, y'all.